Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to Big Cosplay X. Today, I'm excited. I've been wanting to make this armor for a while, and this is the armor that, this is the costume that I'll be wearing for Halloween. I can't wait. And the costume, as you can tell by the name, is the Spider-Man armor. Now, I drew this armor up, and if it looks like something that you've seen, I don't doubt it. But, you know, I just drew this with no reference pictures. And, you know, after a while, I started to think that this design was a little flawed. So I decided to draw another version of it. And I think that this is much better and more accurate version of Spider-Man's costume. Alright, so keep your reference picture up. We're going to be using it the entire time with my identical twin, Tim. Now Tim here is made of complete duct tape and pillowcase. So we're going to be using him, pieces of paper. 1 second. So we're going to be using pieces of paper to plot out some points. Yeah, so let's finally get on to this build. I'm super excited. So the way you're going to start off is by drawing a line down the center of your mannequin. Now, try to be as accurate as possible. I used a bendable ruler. So I started by taking the 0, and since there's a little piece of PVC over here that I put the arm in, I used that as a reference point, and I put the 0 over to here. And then I measured from PVC pipe to PVC pipe, and it was about 18 inches long. It's the center, right where you want it. And since mine is soft and durable, I'm going to be using pins. Now pins are very helpful because they're not going to do extensive damage. I'm just going to use a tiny little pin to pin it in place. There we are, now it's in place. So you're just going to want to align it up. Now that you got that first pin in, it's going to be a lot easier. You're just going to want to wrap it around just a little bit. And you're going to need at least 3 pins. And I'm going to be using a Sharpie first. Yeah. So, what do we have here? We start out with a couple of lines like that. I'm gonna throw up an image on screen now. And as you can see, we're just going to start on the chest. And now, there's the end of the picture. Alright, back to reality. So, we're going to look at the reference picture a couple times during this. that little bit, I have finished the front of the body. So I hope for you guys that wasn't that long, but for me that was a pretty long time, but I got the whole thing done top to bottom. Oh, I forgot to add a little detail. That's easy, I'll just finish that on camera. Where's the silver Sharpie or marker? Okay, so when you finish, you should have two pieces. One piece is gonna be the front, so that's gonna be a whole piece by itself. So we're gonna take the front off. Alright guys, after you've finished editing everything, making sure everything's a-okay, nose is itchy. We're gonna cut it up into a couple, there's the camera. We're gonna cut it up into a couple of pieces, that way it's easier on the foam and template itself. So here we are on the floor. Now as you can see that this is a giant piece of foam. It's much different than, I'm just gonna grab a piece of scrap, than that size foam. Alright, now that that's fixed, we can get on. So after a while, I finally finished it. I had to go back and do some crazy pin. I had to go back and reattach all the pins and stuff. Okay, can we all just appreciate how satisfying this sounds when you cut it? Are you satisfied? I don't know if you can hear that, but you know, now that we got them down to good sizes, keep every big scrap. Alright, now that everything's been pinned up, ready to start drawing on it. So, the center line, I need to draw that on real quick. Where's the ruler? There it is. Alright, so the center line is right along these guys. Just about. Right about there. So, we can safely assume, moving cord, sorry. We can assume that that's where our spider symbol is going to be. It's going to be right about here. I'm going to actually use it. gonna be a giant time gap, and I just noticed because a lot of footage was just deleted because it was literally not helpful. It was me just being frustrated. Now, last clip I didn't know that, but this clip I do. I was really frustrated. Anyway, this piece, and this piece down here will be actual. It will, what's it called? They will be made into the thin foam. Alright, we're back at the station. I cleaned it up a little bit, and here we are with the pieces that we need. So, we are going to cut these out with an X-Acto blade very carefully with our trusty dusty ruler wherever that wound up. Use a ruler, I'm not. Straight lines are easy with knives though. Especially on paper. So, like the moron I was, I threw 2 of the 3 templates away, but at least I noticed. There we are. As you can see, there's going to be a little gap. They don't perfectly fit, which is good. It should go something like this and this. Sorry if you couldn't see that, but you know, the spider fits pretty much perfectly inside there. Once again, the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi type Spider-Man, if you didn't watch the web shooters. But now we cut these out and glue them on because they're just going to be red, just like the actual suit. So. Alright, now that we finished all of our little accent pieces, we can go ahead and look at where they will go. So it's going to look a little something like that. We're just going to... Spider emblem should hang off just a little bit. But it should basically look like this. I'm not going to pin the spider emblem because it's already painted. But yeah. There we go. Anyway, now that we have that all plotted out, we're gonna continue on our little plotting out of here. So I was thinking that we could have, instead of scoring in, we could just, for the lines, we could just have pieces like this. I do have my template, so we're just gonna get on to cutting it and then cutting it into foam. So as you just saw, I just glued on all of these pieces and now they're on. It's all good. Now I decided to get rid of this piece because it just didn't look good. I didn't really like it. But, you know, I'm still keeping this. And then I thought, I wonder what it would look like if I were to do this. and it just looks fantastic. So here we have the stomach. The stomach is just another sheet of foam that would attach slightly under it. We're just gonna go and shape this real quickly, and that's all we need for right now. We're gonna throw this on you, get a slight curve. Alright, that should be enough. Now we can get to work on the red. Alright, we got our trusty paper on. We got our marker hidden for me right here. Alright, let's get onto it.
Try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
Well, the abs, or the, not the abs, well, this piece was being added. I decided to just skip that, not film it, because it was the same thing as putting these on. It was tracing and then gluing, so you didn't need to see something similar, but it's got the whole thing on. They're all glued. This stripe over here, this is gonna be silver, so I'm not gluing this on. It was really just here for a pin. I was putting a pin in it, so we're just gonna take this over here for now. But I was working on the spider emblem is not glued on. There are 4 pins holding it in place, as you can see here. So, but it looks fantastic. Even with this color scheme, I still think it reminds me of Spider-Man, especially with the spider emblem. So I had a last minute thought, and that's why there's this sheet now. So this sheet will allow me to bend. So for the sake of this video, and my battery life, and me, and you, and the time, I'm calling it quits here. We did a great job on just the front. And we started the back early in the episode. So, you know, we got all the detail that we wanted on it. And we got pretty far enough for this episode. I'm happy. I think you'll be happy. At the current moment, my video is almost over it is over 30 minutes long. I don't know how long it is for you guys. I hope it's not 30 minutes. I hope I edit it down to like 25 at least. So, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm so sorry that this video was so long. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing, honestly. Now I have somewhat of an idea of what I'm doing. And the arms and legs, those are going to be so much easier than the torso, because the torso is something that I've always struggled with. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched it all the way through, I would appreciate you telling me the secret code, okay? Razzle Frazzle. If you comment that down below, I guarantee you a shout out on the channel. Alright, thanks guys so much for watching. My name's Big Cosplay X, and I don't have a catchphrase for this. Bye!